The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. Long time coming.
For sure, brother.
My guy, welcome to the show, man. Come on.
Thanks for having me.
Pleasure to have you, bro.
Thanks for having me.
We having a this is a fun time when we're recording this because you just did the Smoke DZA show this weekend.
Yeah.
And we talking about like New York crowds and more kind of a little deeper, like opening up for someone on a different, like opening up for someone versus your own show.
Yeah, and it's a niche crowd too. So I don't know, the own show thing, like no matter if it's 200 people or 2,000 people, like the own show is always just gonna give the artist that energy, that boost that they want because it's like your fans. Opening up for other artists is always gonna be a challenge. Like, can I get them to kind of nod to me or support me, or can I get them to all the way turn into a fan, you know, here? And, you know, the DZA crowd, I don't even feel like it was just Smoke DZA's crowd, though. So it's like it was DZA's crowd, but, like, there was a lot of legendary hip-hop artists on the bill, you know? So a lot of different people came out. So definitely a tougher crowd.
Are those tougher crowd moments also, like, humbling sometimes for you?
I'll say this. I don't think so, because I think, like, you know, when you're with a booking agency and you're with this, like, they strategically pick these shows. Like, so, like, we got an artist like someone who's huge selling out like Black Bear, and he comes on that same stage and they rip him apart. And it's like, yo, it's not that I don't do tickets. I actually do more tickets than this. It's just what crowds you actually get put in front of, I feel. And it's just different genres. Like, you know, I just seen a tour Exhibit and Ice Cube, and I'm like, yo, I know this is a tough crowd. Like, I know they're not going for the auto-tune messing up with here.
Like, they're not jacking that like at all.
Like, I just was at Urban Plaza, like, I could see like the people that were there for me, and then the rest was just like, yo, where's Beans, bro? Like, where's Styles? Where's the Ghost, man? But it was dope for DZA, because DZA's at Don level, you know, he turned 40, and DZA's been as long as I can remember, like, you know, I always say I lived two lives in the hip hop game, but as long as I can remember being posted on blogs and Two Dope Boys and all this, I always remember seeing DZA at the front of it, and Crit and all these people that were on that show. So, you know, it was dope.
You said you lived two lives in this hip hop game.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you mean by that?
Like most artists can't successfully be one artist. So like with me, like, I was signed to RCA as another artist before 24 Hours. I was signed to Jermaine Dupri. I was with, before Jermaine Dupri, I was with Lil Scrappy. Like, I've been in the game a long time. Like, I think I was looking, somebody was like, yo, why don't they put you as a freshman? I was like, because on their website, they wrote up about me in 2007. Like I just been successful enough to understand when the wave moves, how to move with the wave, like how to do this. Like, oh, this is cool. This is not cool no more, you know?
You've been able to adapt with the times.
For sure.
But, like, it's kind of, that's more than two lives, by the way, that you just said.
Well, I'm just saying from when you go on Spotify, you could say 24 Hours, and then you could go type in Royce Rizzy, a whole different entity.
Oh, you mean
as
like
an artist,
that's
two different things. Like,
you just broke down like four different eras.
Rizzy went on tour.
Yeah.
24 Hours went on tour. Some people come to me and be like, yo, like, why don't you drop any music anymore? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I just dropped. He's like, no, look, and they pull it up, and it's my other artist's name, and they don't even hip to 24 Hours. So
that's gotta be crazy. When you what? Oh, it comes up as Royce. That's so funny. So people still come up to you and they're like,
for sure,
you ain't dropping like.
Yeah, there's some artists that met me as that, and they didn't put two and two together yet.
That's crazy. I guess that's always like the hardest part about like rebranding midway through like a career.
Yeah, I liked it though, because it was like, you know, I got tapes that go back to where it's Zaytoven produced the whole tape, and it's me and Bankroll Fresh and Johnny Cinco and OJ the Juice Man and this, and then you could type in 24 Hours and be like, oh yeah, songs with Post Malone and Ty Dolla $ign and Future, and like it's like two different like times, and it's just, you know, different, you know, it's different, but can you stay with the times?
Yeah, I like that because, like, you know, some artists will just like wipe their whole past catalog clean, or something that I've realized that people are doing now that somebody from New York actually put me onto. They're making like an archived on streaming, so it'll be like 24 hours archives, and it's just like an archive of all their old music.
For sure, I can see that.
So there's like a bunch of different things that they're doing now, but like I feel you on that too because it does like. It's like two, like you said, it's like two lives, two different personalities, two different sounds.
I look at it like when Titty Boy was Titty Boy and then he went to 2 Chainz.
Exactly.
Like, you just got to know to know.
Yeah.
There's a kid that doesn't know about Titty Boy. Like, like, wait, what? Who's that? You know? So it's just like, and now it's like, people always say it's like a young man's game, but like, I'm seeing Nas, like, I'm seeing people like that I look up to, my favorite artists, like, wait, how old are you? Like, and I'm nowhere near. So it's like, it's just like, it's different crowds for different, you know.
Killer Mike is 49?
Come on, what, 3 Grammys?
49, 3 Grammys last night.
You just got something to say, like, at every point. Like, there's an audience for everything. Like, look at Big Hit.
Yeah, literally.
Like, there's niggas in the feds right now, like, bro, that's me. Like, he was just in here. And then there's people that's watching, like, man, my pops, like, man, I'm gonna go hoop with my pops this week. Just because the game needs it. So it's like, you never know what's going to just spark off and, like, what's going. So just staying consistent and staying with what's going on, not being a hater of what's happening right now, you know?
I agree. I think every there's a fan base for everything. You know what I'm saying? I think that was last night, too, like, with all the Grammys talk and everything. I'm like, look, there's discourse about the Grammys every year, but then there's discourse just about hip-hop and music, like, every day on Twitter. And I forgot who, maybe it was Russ. Somebody was arguing this morning with people about like liking things versus not liking things. Like, you allowed not to like, but like,
just publicly now, it's just like, you know, sometimes I scroll across something and I'm like, I really have a thought about it, and I go to type it and I be like, who cares?
Yeah.
Like, why does what I feel about this has nothing to do with me? And then I just duck off. Like,
I had to learn to become like that too. Because I definitely, like, before, like, I did this, I definitely would like comment on everything.
One time, like, a blog had posted like, who's better, like, Travis or like Young Thug or something like that. Yeah. And like everybody's just like, it's like thousands of comments. Like, so I'm not thinking nothing. I'm like, man, I think it might have said like Travis is better or something like that. But I comment and was like, yeah, right, or something like that. And then Young Thug comments under me like, 24, leave the goofy shit to the goofies. And it really made me think like, you don't gotta say, like, I felt that way and a lot of people probably felt that way, but it's like, why? Like, you know, I don't know, I just fell back from a lot of that.
A wise man once said nothing at all.
Yeah, just like, you gotta come sit with me to see what is going on in my mind.
I agree. You know, something, we talking about like these past lives that you had, and something that you recently, I think you either tweeted or you posted on Instagram. I'll be taking quotes from everything, but you said, I've helped so many people in the game. 2024, gotta put myself where I'm supposed to be. So new drops all year. Back on SoundCloud too. Of course, long live P&B Rock, right?
Yeah, long live.
Why is this year, like, well, of course, the 24 part, right? Whoops. Why is this year, though, like, aside from it being 2024, like, why is it, like, are you in the space where it's, like, you know, you're allowing yourself to be more selfish?
All right, so, like, I feel like I got a chance to, like, watch from a few different angles in the game. Like, I got a chance to watch from just being a brother, a business partner with MadeInTYO, and seeing, like, how this can be at this level, at this height. And then I got a chance to be sitting next to Ty Dolla $ign for 3 years, and we had a management situation. I got a chance to watch and see how that is. So, like, I took a lot of what I learned and, like, started to play different position, I guess, with writing for a lot of artists, with consulting for a lot of artists, with just like, yo, you're dope. Like, who do you know? Like, what's going on? You know what? I'm gonna introduce you to this person and put them in a group text. Next thing you know, that person's double platinum or this is that, and it's like, yo, thanks 24. And it's like, yo, like, it's like, or I put a producer on and the producer gets lit, and then, you know, I'm just cool. So it's like, you know, we could do some business if you want to, but like, I'm not into like trying to like, I don't know, like, we're still pushing. So like, I'm not guaranteeing you like a lot of things with being over here under this umbrella, like, besides like game, knowledge, and connections. But if you're smart, then you know like 80% of it is the connection to like who could walk you in here and who could get it played. Like so with that just being said, seeing a lot of kind of behind the scenes congratulations, like yo, you've been killing it. Like, you know, I hear you've been doing this or doing this. And then seeing like the public congratulations to like other artists, like, oh yeah, this is this and this is this,
Right,
where it's like, dang, I could go that route. Like, I mean, does it sound far-fetched for 24 hours to be at a major label? No. Matter of fact, 80% of the people I meet, yo, aren't you at? I'm like, nah, but that
was
cool.
old me.
That sound cool. That sound cool. So just open up to a lot of new things. And when you learn the business, and I say this to a lot of artists who don't know the business, that feel they know the business. When you learn the business, it's like a lot of money to be made outside of what we really think is going on. So it's like when you learn about it, it's like, man, all right, well, let me pick the route I'm going to take. And sometimes it takes a minute to find the route. Sometimes the music, I look at MadeInTYO right now and like we know him for Uber everywhere, Skateboard P, all these massive like turnt records. And like now he's like in the crib chopping beats like Alchemist. Like he's producing an album for Smoke DZA, producing one for Jay Worthy. Like, yo, you're in this bag where you're allowed to, you know, grow in your music. So like I feel with me, like it's like, time to just kind of let it out. Like when you got hard drives with hundreds and hundreds of records and they still, you know, like I like to collaborate. Like, so it's like when you look at the catalog, you see from DMX to Lil Pump, you know, and it's like, yo, like, all right, like, what am I in for? But then you can see Party Next Door and like, whatever's dope, I'm into it. So it's like, you know, I just been watching. I'm like, all right, it's time to release. It's time to go up. Like, you know.
I like what you said about Tokyo, because I was actually just having this conversation the other night. I don't know if it was with Calvin, it was with somebody, but I'm like, no, it wasn't with Calvin. It was somebody who I was with, and they're like, they're like, what was like the last big record Tokyo had? I said, that's not really what it's about, though. I said, what it's really about is growing with your art. Like, just because, you know, because everything, and I realized that's a very like social media perspective to look at an artist, right? Like, oh, what was his last big? I'm like, but what?
It's an industry thing.
It's an industry thing. But then I'm like, but think about like kind of what you said, which is really dope about bringing up his production stuff. I'm like, look, like you don't know what people really be doing behind the scenes. Like, sure, maybe there hasn't been like this multi-diamond hit record and you know whatever.
For sure.
But that doesn't mean that he hasn't helped or been a part of. Just hypothetically something going on.
You know? Gotta look at the freshman class, and let's like if we pull the freshman class up, like, and you just do all the stats and numbers, like it's a lot of people who was on the cover that didn't like really like. If you really look at the records, like, yo, this person had a record, but I always look at Tokyo and be like, when see people the side they don't know as a brother that I know is like, yo, I was making music and I'm in Atlanta and I'm fucking with Key and I'm fucking with Father and I'm like, I'm on this dope wave and I don't care if the radio plays me. I don't care if you like me. Like really, like, yo, like y'all want me to do what? Like I gotta go do this stuff. So it's like he had a brother like me. Like this is the play. Like you should do this. You should let them go to radio. We should put Travis Scott on. Like. We should do this. Like, all right, cool, but shit, Uzi was asking me to get on it, and this person's asking me to get on. Like, I really just like my version. Like, he's a kid like that, so it's like for him, like picking up production and like just locking in a garage. Like, I'm watching this kid who is platinum after gold record, where he's like, I want to do something new, and I want to make my own beats because. Tired of waiting on this and I want to make my own beats. And I'm studying and I'm buying machines and I'm talking to the best producers of our time right now about how to do it and how I should do it and collaborate. And so it's like, to me, as a, I guess the exec side of me or the side that's on the business side and like sees what he's doing, I'm like, yo, you don't have to tour right now or go do this. Like, you're blessed enough to not have to be honest, if you really look at the records, like,
and be multifaceted too, which is not a lot of artists can be out here and say that they can produce and also
for sure. And the ones that are super dope, like when I see Hit Boy produce and rap on his songs, like,
crazy. That's that he did when like him and Al came out and they put out the song together. Crazy.
I said this. I think I tweeted it a long time ago. I've been saying it, but that's been my favorite producer before the bandwagon was back, before all of this. Like, you know, the numbers, the catalog shows, like, man, Hit Boy dropped the album Houses on the Hill, like, a few years back, like 4 years ago, before the wave of let me get a Hit Boy collaboration tape.
Right.
Like,
I'm
it's
trying
like
to find
the
all the
tapes
tapes he's
start
working on
coming.
this year. Because he got like a couple tapes, but like, yeah, he's like the hardest working producer in the game right now.
Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know, like the hardest working producer. I'm not around all the producers, so like I know, like, but getting the chance to sit with him, like, he's just a real person. Like you'll see somebody win a Grammy and then text, and I didn't even know this, or doing something huge, and I text and be like, dang, bro is texting, like, bro, get back to me every time. So where there's artists that's not half of the accolades, that's like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you when I get a chance, like. All right, for sure.
Right.
Like, so when you can see the real, like, that's the real deal for sure.
Right. I'm just going to say this because somebody tweeted his output so far this year. The single Jennifer Lopez, Big Hit and the Game album, Paisley Dreams, 7 out of 12 tracks on the Benny album, the Theodore and Andre EP with Al, Ren do the whole new La Russell project, and then upcoming Big Sean album, I guess he's doing too. Yeah, and that's just
yeah, and that's just what's out. Like, I watched him like be at the crib. I watched him like I was over at Chalice Recording Studios with I saw Hit get a room over there. I used to come and work with him. The first opportunity, chance that I got to really lock in a room and I could pick anywhere, I locked in at Chalice to the point where I was seeing Hit Boy every day. Like, what you doing? I'm like, in the room across. He's like, for sure. Like, that's what I had everybody stop do. Peasy, everybody stopped do on me. Like, I got a couple albums that's like, I know, like, people get the tapes, the Lucy's, all the stuff that's coming out, but I got 2 albums that's like something to be scared of. Like, yo, this is like next level. Like, yeah, this is here. And when people be like, well, just drop, I just feel like, nah, you don't just drop masterpiece. Like when you know it's, you know, it might take some time, but I just feel like when it comes out, it'll be like any of the other great things that I put out that's reached, you know, milestones.
I agree. Speaking of great things you're doing, DJ sets. I know we gonna have you do a freestyle here today.
Money.
I know we gonna have you do a freestyle here today.
Yeah.
But we recently started last year DJ sets on the radar.
Yeah.
We're doubling down on it this year.
Yeah.
When you're ready, I need a 24 hours DJ set.
For sure.
Cause
the DJ set
I've been peeping
crazy,
some of it.
bro.
That shit looks incredible.
I'm not gonna lie, it's like if when I was 18, if you're like, yo, so what you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? Like with music, it'll be like anything that has anything to do with music, I want to be a part of it. So it's like, it was COVID, and someone sent me a video like of R.L. Grime like DJing at EDC, like in this big festival, and I'm seeing all the lights, and then I just hear my voice, and I'm like, yo, what? Like, yeah, I know the song, but like, so I start searching, and I seen like how big like that world is and what it is, and like had nothing but time to kind of study and learn something new myself. So yeah, I kind of, when we got out of COVID, I kind of was like, well, shoot, I need to meet like Diplo or Steve Aoki or one of them, and Steve Aoki became family. And I did a partnership with Steve Aoki, so I'm an independent artist, hip-hop artist. I'm an independent hip-hop artist, but I did a partnership with Denmark to release an electronic album. So we got like, you know, all the biggest producers you could think of, like in their world, you know, and like you had mentioned P&B Rock, like long live P&B Rock.
Of course.
It's my real brother, man. When I was about to do this situation with Steve Aoki, like we talk like this, so just like open, like, yo, what you think? Like, yo, how you feel about Atlantic 24? How you feel, yo, 24, what you like? Like we talk just business, like, and what's going on in the game. So when I said, yo, Steve Aoki, he was like, yo, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't know his songs like that, but Buddy is big. Like, he got the other type of money, man. You need to work with them. Like, yo, you should work with him. Boom. Fast forward, me and Steve announced we partner up, and
yeah.
Steve got me and P&B on his album, so he just released it like half of them probably came out a month ago or something, but me and P&B are on there, like one of the last songs we did on Steve's album. But
that's beautiful.
I think just taking the game to like, I bumped into Lil Jon at Steve Aoki's studio, and I'm just seeing like how someone as big as Lil Jon is from like the trap community to where he is, and like, wow, look at the development, like look like where you could take this stage to like what they do over there. And it's like, I just knew it was like, all right, cool, well, why not?
Right.
Like we in the market of like, you know, like I watch Carnage, I watch certain people, I'm like, why not? Like, so when Tokyo's in that
Carnage sets is crazy too, by the way.
Yeah,
I've been to Carnage set, but it's crazy.
Man, like I used to look at Carnage as like really like the only like black dude that I knew that was like in that lane.
Yeah, facts.
But now that I'm in the, like, I know a lot more people and stuff like that. It's just like Carnage was putting Uzi, putting, you know, Mac Miller, putting all these hip hop guys on these records and turning them up like on another level. And now he's not even Carnage. He's like, yo, I'm Gordo. Hey, he came in my IG live the other day and I'm doing music reviews. And he says, what's the email? I'm trying to send a song. He literally sends me a song with him and P&B. Yeah, I was like, yo, you're crazy.
That's
bro.
crazy.
I'm like, during my review, this is crazy. Yeah, but nah, it's big money over there. And it's like just learning new things. It's like an artist that picks up playing the keys or doing this. Like when you go to one of those Shack festivals and see like what's going on or how, like, no rapper put me on my first PJ, like, or me putting myself on the first PJ. Like, I was doing a show in like Arizona, and Flostradamus calls like, yo, I'm gonna send a PJ for you to come play at my festival. And I'm like, wait, PJ? Yeah, we out. Like, we left. PJ lands at the festival, go straight on stage, like 20,000 people.
Also, Flostradamus, also insane sets.
Crazy.
Insane sets.
Yeah, crazy. Floss is crazy hip-hop beats, too. And, like,
OD.
everything he does, like, he's really, like, matter of fact, Floss is the one that comes to the studio like, yo, I don't want a 24 verse. I need a Royce Rizzy verse. Like, I want your voice, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so people.
I'm in the same space as you, though, like, with, like, getting into that, because, like, I wasn't really into that growing up, but my friends were.
Yeah.
And then, like, I would go to festivals, and before, like, Kendrick would be on at night, it would be Major Lazer. So I'll go to the Major Lazer set and have a good time. Or the other night, I don't know, maybe it was like it was Panorama. Like Flostradamus had a set
Panorama.
before.
Shout out to Panorama.
Yeah,
I played there in New York.
Yeah, New York. Yeah.
It was me, Solange, Frank Ocean.
Yes.
Yeah, I played that show.
That was actually the year that I missed it too, which is crazy. But I went to all the other years.
Frank had the headsets on.
Yep, Frank had the headsets on. But the year before, or the year before after, was when Floss. Like, they had Schoolboy Q or ASAP Mob. I forgot who it was. But Floss was right before them. And I was like, I don't know shit about Floss. Like, I don't know. But one of my friends was like, nah, you got to go. The set is crazy. And the next thing I know, I'm just, like, in the middle of, like, the crowd. I'm like, oh, okay. So I understand.
I was talking to one of my brothers from Chicago, Rocky Fresh. So, look.
The GOAT.
So, look, me and Rocky Fresh on the phone the other day, and he's like, yo, you know, like, you know, I just been, you know, tapping around, like just seeing different things.
Yeah.
I went to this festival when I was in Tulum, and it was crazy, and it was like house music, and it was this and this, and like I went to his Instagram page, and I seen him in the studio with some house guys, and I comment, man, I love to see this, because it's like, it's just like, it's always been here. Like, the music's always been here. Every genre's always been here. It's just like when you decide, like, to open up to different things. Like,
right.
I used to hear, like, certain, be like, no, who could listen to this? I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. To now, it's like, I get what this show is about. This is house. This is bass house. This is techno. This is like, where are you at? Where are you playing? And the DJ, oh, this is just a strip club, open format. We could DJ whatever. Like, it's cool. But as an MC, as someone who's been rapping as long as I've been rapping, it was always give my music to my DJ. DJ, learn my songs. Like, this is the order. If we have to improvise, do this, do this, do this. Let's go to rehearsal. Sometimes when I stand up there as a DJ and I got my thumb drive in and it's like 4,000 kids and I'm like, man, I just think about the artistry and like think about like what are people here for, and it's to have a good time and to have a good show. One time I opened for Steve, and he was standing like behind the, he was about to pop out, so he's under the DJ thing, but he's like watching me do my thing, and he's like, yo, like, you killed it, like, you're a hell of an MC, so like, being able to control the crowd and DJ and like do all and play your own records, like, wow. So, you know, half of my dates now on the road are, you know, some I go do a hip hop. I do the Smoke Dizza. I do the Smoke Dizza 40th birthday, and then I go to Auburn, Alabama, and do a fraternity, and then go to Austin and do a frat, and then go to San Fran and DJ, and then have another rap show in Atlanta, like, you know. But it's like, it's open to do. When you see Tip doing comedy shows, you see, like, bro, you could do whatever you want to do in this thing. Just, like, be dedicated to it and, like, just keep going. Some people see me and be like, oh, shit. And I'll be like, what's oh, shit? Like, yo, like, I haven't seen you put out no music or haven't heard anything. And then it's like, they pull it right up on their phone in front of you, like, oh, shit. Like, yeah, you do got a new album out, or you have been dropping, and it's actually doing well. Like, it's just so much being pumped out that it's like, are you a true fan of this? And if you're not, then I expect you to come with the wins. Like, new people come with the wins when they see you doing something well. Like, you know, post a picture with Ye, or do something like that. Yo, it's been a long time, brother. Yeah. How are you? Yo,
what you been up to?
You know what I've been up to.
How much is a verse?
Y'all see what's going on, like. But I'm one of the few, like, I see a lot of artists like that don't want to do verses for artists, or come online and be like, yo, I want 150, but half the time it be capped, like, because it's like, I paid artists, like when people be like, yo, 24, like, you want this? I'd be like, bro, I paid Gucci. Ask Gucci. Like, I got, like, if I like something, I went and got it. Just like I like Dior, I'm gonna go buy it. If I like Rick Owens, I'm gonna buy. Like, I wanted this on there. Yeah. I didn't expect it for free. When Tokyo bumped into Gucci, like, yeah, you know my brother. Oh yeah, for sure. He handled that business for sure. That's my guy. Yeah, for sure. You gotta take care of people too. But at the same time, I'd be open to seeing the new, because like when I go look at my DMs, it'd be like, it'd be crazy, like from Juice WRLD to everyone you could think of, like, and not like them at lit stages. This is them at like, yo, you and MadeInTYO is sick, bro. Check out my shit, like, fuck with Tokyo, XX, like all of, like, I seen it, like, in real person, where when you see it happen, then you go back and look at your DMs down and be like, yo, who is who? Who's gonna be what? You never know. Like, I get tagged in that kid 4Bats videos every day. Every day they're like, yo, this sounds like 24. The pitch sounds like 24. This is, and I don't say anything. I just be like, yo, this is dope. Like, for anyone to even compare you to something dope is dope. You know? So when I see people be so mad about comparisons and, oh, this is just the hoodoo. When I first dropped, everybody was, oh, Nav, 24 hour. Like, y'all, The whole time they didn't know, like, yo, we was cool. Like, he wasn't showing his face either. Yeah. And just posting beats, and it was just a wave. And I think as it grows and as the music and hard time grows, it's like, just what's your position and what's going on? What are you even talking about? You know? Right. And that's where we trying to put a lot of, you know, hits out this year. So
let me ask you about this Joey record, man.
Oh man. Okay, go ahead.
What, you posted about it
for sure.
So you said a few years I went to New York City, kick it with Joey, driving this monster truck. So I shot a video produced by Murder Beats. Who wants it? Yeah. Why would you show me something I can't have?
Nah, y'all can have it. It's about to come. Like,
it's coming out. Okay.
So what's crazy is, like, shout out to Murder Beats and shout out to Corey and everybody that works with their team. Murder saw something in, like, me in Tokyo early, like, come up to Toronto, and he was like putting us on songs with like Sway Lee and Snoop Dogg, like all types of stuff, like when we were early in the game and didn't even really know what it meant. Like, yo, we got a song with Snoop now? Like, well, kinda and kinda not. Like, it's a reference, but if y'all, you know, we didn't know what it was then. So we ended up doing a lot of records, and me and Tokyo did a project with him called Made in Murder early. And the thing about me and Tokyo in the beginning when he first dropped was a lot of blog sites and a lot of at that time what it was hesitant on posting him at first, where when I used to drop as Royce Rizzy, like from Two Dope Boys, on Smash, Hot Hip Hop, anything you could think of was posting it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So it was like, I'm trying to get him popping where they're posting him, but nobody wants to post it yet. So, you know, after Fader does their due diligence, and then it's like, okay, everybody, but still we're just picking what we want to post by him. So I'm like, yo, if we do a whole tape with Murder Beats, he's somebody that they post about. I'm somebody but they have to post you. So we do this Made in Murder tape. We drop it on SoundCloud, all of Murder Beats. Boom, it's the SoundCloud era. Things start, Spotify, everything start coming where it's like, all right, well, shoot, Murder's not the same Murder from here. So we need to do this in the business. So a lot of stuff, me and Joey are just genuine friends, like from the Rizzy days, like Pro Era, like shout out Capital State, like shout out Kurt. I was just with CJ last night at the Disney. So like these are my real life like homeboys that I watch grow in music and watch where Joey went. So when I used to come to New York, or it's just like when I go to Chicago, me and Rocky Fresh immediately link up. I come to New York, it was a time when me and Joey always got up and just whatever, just get something to eat. So I had a song with Murder called Monster Truck that like my fans knew about from snippets and shit, but like we didn't put it all the way out. So I went on my YouTube like 2 months ago and just was like looking at all the unlisted videos, and I'm like, wait, and I click it. And it's just a whole music video. Me, Joey, CJ, Kirk, like all of us kicking it in the Lower East Side, like just like, but it's my video, but they just, you know, on some on the block type shit, but it's a music video. So I'm gonna put it out for sure. Actually, Murder posted it like, let's drop ASAP.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
Yeah.
It's funny because Kirk's also coming to On the Radar finally later this month too.
Yeah,
so,
the legend, the real legend. Yeah, man, those different era, like some kids I'll sit with and they'll tell me about some new kids that's out right now. Like, yo, you got to check this kid's Summers, or you got to check this and this and this.
Right, yeah.
And I'll be talking about somebody like, for instance, a Joey Badass. And I'll be like, Joey, they'd be like, nah, I don't know him yet. And I'm like, you don't know him yet.
Don't know him yet.
Pull his thing up, and then they call him by his name on the show. Yeah. Like, oh, I know, bro. Like, and I'm like, it's a whole nother time, bro. It's a whole nother game right now. It's a whole nother season. And it's like, you know, I've been through a lot of seasons. Like, I graduated high school in 2009. I got my first deal in 2009.
Yeah.
24. You know, like, it's got to be legendary shit, you know. Yeah. But it's a lot of good artists around me and a lot of talent that I believe in. So it's like, you know, it keeps going one way or the other.
That's a fact.
More albums out this year, more shows, and just enjoying life, more family time, you know, more kicking it with my brother, more kicking it with my nephew, you know, need some vacations with the wife, you know. Yeah. You know, a lot of stuff, but like, I think we break as artists, and not really break because we keep going, but we break on maybe release, or break on not putting an album out, or just to this where now, you know, you got about 2-3 months before they like, yeah, what happened to what's his name? You know, you look at some of the biggest artists in the world and you be like, yo, I think Lil Duval posted, yo, when did we start not liking Lil Baby? I'm like, when does this narrative happen? Like, I've always, like, when did he even, Like, this goes when music isn't out and in the forefront. It's like media, like when someone says Made in Tokyo. Like, I'd be like, are you a fan? Before we got this conversation, are you a fan of him? Or are you a fan of a record?
Right.
If you're a fan of a time, like Uber Everywhere, I get it. If you're a fan of him, you're like, nah, I remember when True's World dropped. I remember when this dropped. Like, I've been at the shows, I bought merch. Those kids don't ask where the music's at. Yeah. They got it. They're buying vinyls right now. Like, you know what I mean? It's the people that see you in a certain light, and then you get took from, or that's not the light anymore. Yeah. And people got to understand in this business, you see every day somebody talking about their contract, talking about ownership, talking about being stuck. I can't release the label, this, that, this, and the third. You'll never really see that from we kind of just always been working and owned a good deal of what we was doing, and got a lot of great partners that believed in it at the time, and
Word.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's a great way to end it, man.
Come
Beautiful.
on, man.
That was beautiful.
P.
You've been preaching. All right, so when are we getting the next project though? Like, let's when we get the next project?
It's like a project just came out with me and
Casino 2.
Yeah, Casino 2, which is actually doing good. But real talk, me and MadeInTYO about to drop a project.
Fire.
24 Hours in Tokyo 2, and
Beautiful.
we're actually putting it out. I don't know if you've seen like how Russell dropped his with the platform Even.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if I could say this, but I've said it. We're doing an album. We're putting an album out with them. Like I guess like exclusive with them at first, and obviously we go to DSPs, but we're gonna give it to our fans first and like just let them go crazy, because it's kind of one of those things where like with being blood brothers, people would expect us to like have like 30 albums in the cut. Like we know y'all make a lot of music, which if you look at every MadeInTYO album, look at every 24 album, you see us collaborate, but we just haven't just like, oh, let's keep dropping albums. So we kind of like started a group. Like we like, yo, well, we should like go out together and like I could DJ some shit, you could rap, like 24 hours in Tokyo. Yeah. We drop projects, go to Europe, like go crazy. So like even me and him, honestly, like losing some of my homies, weird enough, like made me, I've always been close with my brother, but made me even more closer. Like, like, yo, like, what? This could happen like this? Like, oh, nah. Like, I got to make sure we locked in. We put the music out for the world. And, like, people will be like, well, y'all got 3 songs together out? 1 video? Like, nah, we got to, we've seen y'all together the whole time, though. So it's like, all right, cool. He even producing a project for me right now.
That's
so,
tough.
all, you know, Royce vibes.
That's dope, man.
Yeah,
That's dope. So uneven, 24 Hours in Tokyo coming soon.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Dope,
for sure.
dope.
So shout out to them, and you know, shout out to the team. Like I wish he was Tokyo was gonna try to come. He wanted to come here so bad too.
For real?
Yeah, but he had to do some me, Tokyo Sam. We really was like, yo, the whole original gang need to come up here, but we was like, all right, we'll set it off, and then we'll get the
He'll make his way up here.
communication going. Yeah, we want to do like some click.
Like
too,
a cipher.
like, yeah,
like kind of like what Yachty and them did.
Yeah, but
I love that.
Me, Tokyo, you know, go crazy. Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah,
we'll set it up. We'll make it happen.
For sure, for sure.
But until then, 24 Hour Casino now. Cal, come on. Quick Cal's question. Let's go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cal's Questions. 24, you know, from your career as Royce, touring with Ty Dolla $ign, working with Future, you know, Hit Boy, songs with Post Malone, all these huge milestones that, you know, a lot of people work their entire careers just to get to. What is the next big milestone that you're trying to reach at this point?
The next big milestone for me, I think, is taking time to, which it's on the way, but I needed to take time to put a real body of art together, an album. And in that time, I put together 2 albums, and I think just taking more time on me, because like when you become like someone that is good at music, like a lot of people want you in the room to write or just oversee things to where I could play a record that everyone says, man, this is a #1. And you can hear 3 people in the room like, yeah, maybe we should give it to this person. Maybe we should give it to this person. Like, it's like, yo, I'm right here, my boy. Like, what we doing? Like, oh, all right, for sure. All right, so I gotta, all right, for sure. So it's like, you know, like putting more of my records out. I think that's just more it. Like, there's nothing like, I don't feel like when people are like, yo, this is underrated or this is this and this, I'm like, yo, like, I don't gonna lie, like, I look at having 200 million streams on a song, like, and like, all these, like, when I see all these numbers, I'm like, yo, somebody love this shit. Like, I don't know where exactly or where this is, but like, yo, like, when I don't put out music for months at a time and I look at my monthly listeners and it's like, yo, 800,000 monthly listeners, I'm like, oh, all right, they still me right now, you know? So like, it's just, I feel like it's just about putting more of the music out and knowing who your team is too. Like that's before we get out of here. Like that's a big thing. Like sometimes you got one of the best artists or the dope artists, and they take heed to their team, and the team might not be the best team to properly push this artist.
Right, yeah.
So they could steer them down a road to where never was the artist. Like we might be like, yo, what happened to this? And be like, yo, that was a bad situation. Like because this, that, and the third. So I think finding the team that fits for you, that's like just as hungry as you, you know, like everybody wants the big dog, like, but like really and truly, like a lot of the guys who love music and love what's going on, like just want to be around dope music and people that are pushing positivity and like, yo, this is that. Like when people call me in to work with like artists that you would never expect me to work with, you look up and be like, damn, 24 got 10 songs with Little Zay Osama. Like, what is this about? Like, how does this, like, Zay just said kill his own cousin in a song, or like, how does this work? Because me and Zay, like, come from two different spots. So, like, when I sit and talk with him and we sit, like, and I put that hook on the song and he raps, it's a hit off the top. And it's like combining those to get him in another world, like, where certain people don't listen to that. And it puts me in, like, me and Filthy Rich. People like, yo, I sing your song with Filthy Rich, and yeah, that's hard. I'm like, damn, all right, that whole nother fan base. So it's just like, you know, more of it, man. That's what's going on.
Word, man. Well, look, I appreciate you being here. More music on the way, more tapes on the way. Look out for that 24 Hours in Tokyo tape on Even. Before we get up.
We're going up.
We're going crazy. Well, before we get up out of here, make sure you run up the freestyles, all that good stuff. Let the people know they can follow you at. Anything else you want the fans to know? Now's the time to do it. This camera on the right here.
Yo. You can follow me at 24 Hours on, like, pretty much everything, I think. Hit my TikTok, too, because I'm trying to get with the TikTok vibes. And you know, follow my company, my new heart, my everything I'm pushing. Daydreams Are Rare. That's my new management label type of vibe we got going on. And there's a lot of dope artists that I'm really supporting and just, you know, rooting for them. So like tap into that. You know the game, MadeInTYO, Salma Slims. Tap into today's music. We all been locked in forever. So y'all know what it is, man.
There you
I
go.
appreciate you having me.
Appreciate you, bro.
You know,
love.
I see you turn to a superstar, man.
Huh?
I see you turn to a superstar.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Anytime I get on Reels and I scroll and then you become a familiar face on my Reels, it's like, oh yeah, for sure.
Appreciate you, gang. Man. Well, look, go check out everything he has on now. Make sure you go follow him. Go run up all the projects. Go run up the freestyle. Go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love is free. Support is free. But y'all already knew that. Till next time, 24 Hours on the radar. We out. Bow. I got love.
My God.